Hi everybody, collectors, fans, friends, it's great to be back. We're very excited about our catalog for our July auction to be held July 16th and 17th at our Beverly Hills office on Olympic Boulevard in Beverly Hills. We've got something for everybody here. We've changed the format a little bit. Normally we have half entertainment memorabilia, half music memorabilia. This time we're not having celebrity music memorabilia, but we have an array of guitars and basses and musical instruments that will at first startle you and just knock your socks off. Allow me to start with the entertainment memorabilia. We have another collection from the Hollywood Studio Collection that includes some wonderful sci-fi costumes, including William Shatner's Captain Kirk outfit from The Wrath of Khan. We have DeForest Kelley's outfit from one of the Star Trek shows. Just a lot of the classic sci-fi movies, we have wonderful offerings of costumes. Gee, I'm just trying to think about the entertainment items. It's so rich. We have Bruce Lee's costume, his iconic costume, his jumpsuit from his final film, Game of Death. It's one of the featured items on our cover. One of the great highlights, being a memorabilia collector and an autograph collector myself, we have a letter, a typewritten letter from June 11th, 1955, written and signed by James Dean, where he talks about his work in East of Eden. And in that, he says it was most gratifying to portray Cal, and he felt that East of Eden was unusual and sensitive, signed with one of the biggest James Dean signatures you'll ever find. It doesn't get any better than that for the James Dean collector. MGM Studio wigs. We have part 2 of that. We have wigs from Lon Chaney Jr., from Anne Francis, Joan Crawford, Tony Randall in his great science fiction role in The Seven Faces of Dr. Lao, and of course we have a William Shatner wig from Star Trek. Then, 2 names in makeup and special effects are Tom and Barry Berman, husband and wife special effects team. One of the most popular shows right now is Nip Tuck, and we have some wonderful torsos and face masks and lifelike effect props from the filming of Nip Tuck, and you will certainly be interested in looking at them. Behind me is the Terminator prop arm that was rescued from the garbage by Shea Austin, who was the assistant art director on the film. Certainly a wonderful item. And I leave certainly one of the most important archives that we have from the Lucille Ball collection, consigned by Susie Morton, Gary Morton's wife. Gary was married to Lucy, and we have her love letters, her awards. We're auctioning off her Rolls Royce. It's probably the best Lucy archive that's ever been auctioned, and I certainly invite all of you to participate in this. And now, you know what? I would like to talk to Mike Gutierrez about some of these guitars that we have. It's always a pleasure to talk to my good buddy and my esteemed colleague, Mike Gutierrez, a great asset that Heritage has. And you all recognize Mike from the Antiques Roadshow. Everyone knows that he's an ultimate sports expert, but many of you do know and don't know that he's also a guitar expert, a guitar aficionado, and he loves guitars. And ever since we both came here, you've been saying we need to offer great quality non-celebrity guitars so all the collectors and players in the world, and here we are in this auction, your wish is our command. It finally happened. Just to talk about it. I know you're excited. Let the people see how excited you are.
I love this collection of guitars. And when Doug asked me what I liked, I said, I like all of them. You know, we have Gibson Black Beauty Les Paul guitars. We have an array of Fender Telecasters and Strats. And I think that we also have a 1954 Telecaster, which is the first year of its production.
We've had so many people come into Heritage that have heard about this and looked at these instruments and just knocked them out cold, right?
They're very, very happy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Doug, this business, in the guitar business, we haven't seen an auction like this in at least 20 years.
Really?
With the exception of a couple of celebrity auctions, this is it.
Well, folks, you know, for this auction, Lucille Ball archive, love letters, you know, and we even have Polly Adler, who was a famous New York madam who had a bordello that a lot of the big players went to, including John Garfield, who passed away after a visit there. And he inscribes her autograph book, all the visitors. We can't name all the names, but Sinatra is there, John Garfield, and Garfield writes, Polly want a cracker? John Garfield. I mean, this is like a historic archive of Polly Adler's guest sign-in book. So, you know, and the guitars, and the costumes, and the props. It's going to be a heck of an auction, July 16th and 17th at Beverly Hills. But for all of you, go to ha.com, heritageauctions.com, log in, click on the entertainment website, peruse our auction. There's about 717 lots.
Right.
It's going to knock your socks off when you see what we have. And this auction goes beyond the collector. It goes for the musician. It goes for the guitar player. It goes for the guitar collector. And so hopefully we're going to find a whole new market. And it's wonderful. And you call Mike or I, 1-800-872-6467. What's your extension?
Extension 1183.
1452. And our good buddy Gary Schrum, 1585. We'll be happy to answer your questions. We'll be happy to help you any way we can. We're very excited about this auction, and it's good to talk to you again.